Hi, my name is Billy Joe.
I'm Mike Dern.
And I'm Trey Cool.
You're listening to Rock Radio Classic 21.
I think that I love a lot of music from the 60s, whether, British Invasion and a lot of rock and, what else? Motown. So, in certain respects, it's definitely kind of tipping the hat to a lot of, whether it's like Smokey Robinson or The Who or something like that, yeah. Well, I think what's good enough for the Supremes is good enough for Green Day. So I think, I don't know, we're just music nuts. We're audiophile types. So it's always important for us to go to new territory and to do new things and to keep things fresh for us. And I think I've been listening to anything from, like British Invasion to something like Prince to stuff like Led Zeppelin. So it's we try to just sort of incorporate it and do our own version of it.
That's kind of what we grew up on. We grew up when the radio was still playing the Beatles and and the Supremes and and the Stones and things like that, and I think that's just kind of in our DNA now, and then we've gone from there to when we were kids playing in punk clubs and everything, all the way up to probably Nirvana is about right around when I stopped listening to the radio.
Yeah.
Probably, but all that stuff's just it's always been influential to us playing. Now, I think this is us just tapping into it more for songwriting.
I think for writing songs, there's always the one song that's going to trigger what the rest of the album. And I think Father of All Motherfuckers, the song, was the thing that kind of triggered us to go into that kind of direction. You get really excited about like a song like that in the same way as you get excited about like a song called, like American Idiot, and then you go, oh my God, now I got to come up with like 9-10 more songs. So it's so it's a lot of thinking and probably too much thinking, but it's that's sort of the process. Well, I can tell you the similarities between now and back then back then we definitely was, the Beatles put out a record every year, and they put out singles. Like a lot of bands just kept putting singles out, 3, 4, 5, 6 a year or something. And I think that's kind of what the way things are done now. Is you don't have to wait. We don't have to wait to get permission from anybody. You just, whether it's like SoundCloud or Spotify or Apple Music, you can just you can put music out anytime you want, and that's the one thing I want to experiment with more in the future. Yeah, I think that I wouldn't just say it was America that's divided, but a lot of countries are divided right now in their politics. People are playing with socialism, people are playing with fascism. So, and a lot of people aren't aware of that's what's happening. So I think it's, in America right now, it almost feels like a cultural civil war. And so that's sort of what that line reflects. To the sound of the voice of the traitor. I think America has become really complacent about politics. Not we're being proactive. In a lot of ways, it's like like in Chile. I mean, there's a just because of the transportation, the cost has been going up. There's like riots in the fucking street, you know. And it's like for America, it's a little bit too much on social media, and people like creating these avatar versions of themselves, and not really actually being more visible in the street, and and I think I'm guilty of that. Everybody's guilty of that. Is just because it's like you can't change the world on a comment section. I think it's important to not mature. To keep things immature is like being like playing rock and roll, because it's like being a rock star and things like that. It never dawned on me that I had to be a mature adult. Yeah. So you just like I don't know. We started this band when we were teenagers, and we were this is our high school rock and roll band. The only thing that changed is that we dropped out. So.
Mm-hmm. We're more of a newer, less mature version of Green Day.
That's
now.
right. Well, I mean, the thing is, the benefit of writing a song that's political is that you can kind of form your thoughts or form your questions. Instead of like just spouting, like you've got these people where I call them like keyboard warriors or bedroom radicals that will just write things or say things that are on their cell phone or on the computer or whatever. So I do less political stuff like on social media, and I think, like I said, the benefit of being able to write a song like Troubled Times is I can like have questions, not solutions, about the world and about corruption and things like that that I can kind of form with lyrics.
That's why you're writing songs to shake our minds?
I'm just trying to shake my own mind,
Posing questions.
Yeah.
I mean, you ask a good question and people think about it, and then they can formulate their own opinion.
If this new album, Father All, could be an animal, which animal could it be? And don't say an unicorn.
Come on!
Oh, come on!
How did you know? Okay, well,
if this album could be
Pegasus,
there's going to be an animal.
a liger.
A liger, yeah.
A liger, yeah, or a minotaur with a huge cock.
A minotaur with a huge cock. There you have it.
Classic 21. Classic 21. The Rock Generation Radio.